Remember when Arnie said, "I'll be back"? Well, he wasn't talking to me when he said that. But Johnny Paycheck, when he said you could take this job and shove it, that guy was talking to me. And Scarlett O'Hara had Gone with the Wind, when she said, "I quit, I ain't ever coming back." And she was shaking her fist at the heavens. "I'm retiring, as God is my witness, I'm retiring." And I threw my popcorn in there. I said, "Me too, Scarlett. The man's not holding us back anymore." Went to work the next day, handed him my retired and I ain't coming back resignation letter. Turned around and walked off. Well, that's the way I remember it. Didn't really happen that way. But it's fun to think that I wished it did. Welcome to the retired and I ain't going back. At least that's my goal. I'm not saying I would never go back, because anytime I use the word never, I'm just making a laundry list of what I'm going to go do. So I don't use that word anymore. So, I mean, if I went broke, I'm back at work somewhere. Hopefully not doing what I was doing for the past 40 years, but I don't care if I'm pushing a grocery cart or watering flowers at Home Depot. Anything there's very little thinking. That's the one I want. And I'll make it work. But I thought about starting a retirement channel for us retirees. I know there's quite a few of them out there, but there's always room for one more. And what got me thinking about this was I was encapsulating my crawl space, and I was like 2 months already into encapsulating. I thought, why don't I record this and maybe I can give back to all those others that gave to me when I want to fix something or work on something. First place we all go now is YouTube. And there's somebody on there that's been there, done that, and they know all the shortcuts, or they know the best ways and what the tools to get and blah, blah, blah. So maybe I can give back. And that was part of the reason I recorded it. Another part of the reason was I learned that I actually did need to did I say record it? To encapsulate my crawl space. But the other reason was I actually needed to do it also. But anyway, I thought we'd make a channel. Something I think as we're getting older, us retirees are scammers, man. Scammers are coming after us. I know they are me. Phone calls after phone calls. I finally just put my phone on. If you're not in my contacts, it doesn't ring, it lights up. And of course the scammer never leaves a voicemail. And then they swapped over to texting me. I got a text yesterday. And it says, this is from Georgia United. "We have sent an important update to your message center on April 14th. Please visit blah, blah, blah website now," with a big now on, capitalized. Yeah, right. But as AI is getting better and better, we are getting further and further away from technology. We got to start looking after one another, because at some point we're going to fall over the curve far enough to where we're going to get got. So right now I feel pretty safe about it, but future's coming, and scammers are getting very, very good, and waiting on our government to stop them looks like that's not going to happen. Looks like we're on our own. At least we can look after each other. Maybe we can do that, and this would be a good site to call out what's happening, or what if it did happen to you. We could also talk about gardens. Everybody, as we get older, we seem to like gardens. Good example was when I did retire. I told the guys there before I walked out the door, the most technical thing I want to do from here forward is learn how to grow a bigger tomato. I don't want to get any more technical than that. And here I am on YouTube, but YouTube's not that technical. Still working on my tomato growing, or bigger tomato. House maintenance stuff's kind of cool. We can teach each other a thing or two on there. Somebody's better at something, always, no matter what you're doing. Anytime I think I'm really good at something, I can just go on YouTube and find out, no, you're just average. There's somebody better, and I can learn from them. And I picked up bicycling. I had actually bought a bike in 2020 and rode it for the season. Then I put it up, and now I'm picking it back up this year. I put it up mainly because cars get a little too close, and it's scary. So we'll try it again. We'll see how it goes. See if I can find the hours where the cars are the less. And I'm not looking at riding long distances, just something to give me some exercise, because I need it badly. Eating, we can talk about eating, which here lately, this winter, I fell off the eating wagon. I ate anything you can think of that's bad for you. I love chips. I love crackers, and Oreo cookies are probably my favorite cookies. Candy bars with nuts in them, ice cream, all the stuff that you probably love too. I ate tons of it, and I put the packed on. So we'll start working on that, and that's part of my bicycle. Also, this is my upstairs gym. That is from doing a dead hang for a minute and a half to 2 minutes, and I'm telling you, the hardest exercise of them all, if you can call that exercise. But dead hanging for 2 minutes, it's painful. It breaks me down. I can go a minute and a half, no problem, but that next 30 seconds it breaks me down. Coffee, something. I like coffee. You guys like coffee? You get your coffee from mail order? My daughter had, for I think like 2 years, she had sent coffee here mail order, which was great coffee, but kind of expensive, I think, for what you're getting. And to get her, she shouldn't have to pay for it. Now we buy it from the local grocery store, and it's good coffee there as well. VR, virtual reality. I have a virtual reality headset, and believe it or not, that guy's kind of geared more for us than I think the younger folks, because now we can get out into the world and see what's out there. And the technology in it's pretty crazy. For example, I downloaded an arcade game that has pinball machines in it, and you can walk up to the pinball machine and play, different pinball machines. And I'm telling you, you won't know that you're not playing an actual pinball machine. You are there playing that machine. Your mind is there. You don't know that you're actually sitting in a chair or standing. Really cool. I'm not saying go out and buy a headset. I'm just throwing my example. If any of you have a VR, what are you playing? Where are you at? We could talk fitness. Something I got to get back to. I pulled away from when I started encapsulating my crawl space. I cut all fitness out because that was pretty hard work, and now I'm got to get myself back. Getting back started on something, it's not so easy. This is my workout room. So here I work out. I don't know if you can see over there, but I have weights over there. There it goes. I stuck my hand in there. Oh, it's pulling on me. But I've built that shelf, and I have some dumbbells there. Come back in, yeah. I have some dumbbells there. Nothing big. I worked out in my younger years quite a bit, and lifting heavy. I always seem to take myself back to lifting heavier to the point I hurt myself every time. So I decided, at my age, I don't need to lift heavy. And what's the odds of me growing muscles at this age without help from TRT or some type of steroids, which TRT is testosterone replacement therapy. So, and I did go to my doctor and talk to him about it, but he checked my testosterone levels, and he said, you have, I'm not high, but you're outside of where I can give it to you. It'll hurt your body. Your body becomes dependent on it. So, okay. So, not doing that, but when the time comes, I will. So anyway, we can talk about anything on this channel. Open. Anything. Let's don't talk about politics, only because it'll separate us. If one person believes this way, another person another way. Even if you're on the same team, sometimes you can't get along. And there's so many political websites or YouTube political websites out there. Anytime we're feeling like we've got to talk about it, there's millions of them to go to that we can stress on. I keep up with politics, but there's thousands of sites on YouTube alone that we could talk about it. But let's keep this one open and as much of it out as we can. I think it would be best. Keep it fun. As fun as we can. But anyway, glad talking to you. I hope to bring in some more content. Maybe we can let's make it fun. Let's make it upbeat. Let's find out what each other's doing. Maybe we can inspire each other to enjoy. But either way, all right. Well, everyone have a good day, and I will talk to you later. Bye now.